Hey everybody, Dane here with Fin Feather Fur Outfitters. Today we're going to do a range comparison with the Taurus Defender 856 Ultralight versus the Rossi RP63. Both very nice revolvers. Both are on the Fin YouTube channel and both are mine. They're very nice and I think this will be good. Another thing, they both share the same company, Taurus. Taurus owns Rossi. It even says it on the frame, but it also says Rossi. And then, of course, the 856 is nothing new. But what is somewhat new, I would say, would be the Defender. It's not brand new. These are unloaded, by the way. I'm going to put this one in the pocket. But the 856 Defender has a 3-inch barrel. They improved the overall features of the revolver because for years people said, I love the 856 or the 85, but the 856 has a 6-chamber cylinder, but they wanted a longer barrel. And that's when Taurus came out with the 3-inch barrel. Not only that, but they put a tritium front night sight on there with a very nice rubber grip. That's similar to the Taurus 85, Taurus 856 with the 2-inch barrel. They put a 3-inch barrel on there with a tritium night sight, and they made many different models. Probably not as much in terms of color as the smaller 856. The Defender 856 has it in all black. It has G10 grips. It has Hogue grips. This is a Hogue rubber grip. And the MSRP on this is $447. So they did a nice job. It's an ultralight, and what that means is it's much lighter than the Rossi RP63. It has an aluminum frame, and if you've ever felt an ultralight, you will know that it's pretty darn light. So they kept consistent with the 856. The Defender 856, which is the name with the 3-inch barrel, is very light. The trigger is not as wide, and I'm going to show that. The Rossi has a very wide trigger and a very wide hammer spur. This has a very nice single action trigger pull. All right, double action is not bad. I have felt heavier triggers with other revolvers and double action. This one is actually not bad. And you put that with the tunneled rear sight and the tritium front dot, and you'll see that this is a pretty nice revolver. Taurus Defender 856. Let's take 3 in single action, then we'll move to double action. $447 MSRP, 38 special plus P is what it is rated. All right, so that's another thing that I didn't mention. But let me put that one away and let's talk about the Rossi RP63, because this thing was a big hit. Once again, unloaded. And here we have a 357 Magnum owned by Taurus. Rossi is a 357 Magnum with a steel frame. We'll take a closer look at that. This has a rubber grip as well, a 3-inch barrel as well, but it's much heavier. And it's in 357 Magnum. So it's a 6-shot 357 Magnum. And recall me saying that the trigger is wide? Check that out. It is very wide and the hammer spur is very large. And you can feel it. And once again, a little heavier than the Defender 856, but not too bad. I love this thing. And believe it or not, the weight helps with the recoil with the 357, and it's pretty tame with the 3-inch barrel. It has and I think this is super cool, a firing pin on the hammer. See that? Okay. And that means something to me because my first revolver was a Rossi, and it had that, and I'm glad they stuck with the tradition of the brand by keeping the hammer on, or the firing pin on the hammer. It is removable. All right, in case you need to replace it, I doubt you'll have to do that. Rossi RP63, same deal. First three will be in single action. A serrated ramped front sight. It has a pin there. You can pop it out. You can put a fiber optic in there if you choose. It's much heavier. The RP63 has been so reliable. It's been so accurate. It has a tunneled rear sight, much like the 856 Defender, or Defender 856 to be correct. And then also, when you align this, you want to bury that sight right in the tunnel, and you'll find yourself to be quite accurate. Now, this one has an MSRP of $470. So it's not that much more expensive than the Defender 856, but it's in 357 Magnum. It's an all steel frame, and I think it's a better revolver all around. Has the same components in terms of the forcing cone, the timing hand, the yoke, the crane. It just feels more solid with a solid underlug. It feels like a more solid revolver, and it is, because this is a steel frame and the Taurus Defender 856 is aluminum. When you put them together like this, then you just feel them. You can see that there's a big weight difference. And when I pull triggers, now I verified unloaded, the trigger weight seems the same. We'll try that in single action. Not a great difference, but the width of that trigger makes a difference. It feels better on the finger. So when you shoot it, you just feel like you have more control over the revolver. 357 or 38 special. Here you're limited with the Taurus Defender 856 to 38 special plus P. Here you have 357 Magnum. Both great revolvers. Which one would I choose? Well, for the additional 25 bucks, I'd go with the Rossi RP63. I think it's fine. You could shoot 38, you could shoot 357. This is 38 special plus P specific. It's lighter. If I was going to carry, perhaps I'd go with this, but I just have a better feeling about the Rossi RP63, and I would go with that. I've enjoyed owning this. I'm going to keep it. I think it definitely has its place, but I made my choice. I'd really like to know what you think and which one you would go with. And once again, this is Dan with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.